Well, gotta remember not to bump that camera when I do. Anyway, welcome back to Shave with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi, y'all. On a Sunday afternoon, quite the drippy Sunday afternoon in Louisiana, I may add. So it's Sunday, so we used to do a spicy Sunday. Can't remember if Big D started that. I think it was though. I think it was this thing, or was it Spicy Saturday? I never could remember then. I can't remember now. Cafe Bustelo, if anybody's interested. Yes, the instant. Fuzzy's drinking instant coffee. Ooh, Fuzzy don't know about no coffee. Fuzzy knows plenty about coffee. And the Cafe Bustelo is quick and easy. Overnight. Alright, so, yeah. Spicy Sunday. And we're actually going to do Fakey Spicey Sunday because we've got the Sterling Spice, and then the smells kind of like Old Spice from the Fred's Dollar Store. We've got a small bore brush. My little Natura brush, the one I used to call the little lather monster. Nobody really understand that till you actually use one like this. And just to keep everything on the smooth and easy, Marvin Gaye playing in the background type day, our favorite 1912 with a brand spanking new carbon steel blade in it. So I think we are ready to rock and roll. So Louisiana's having a monsoon. Pretty much all I can compare it to. It's been raining every day for a while. But anyway, it does that way sometimes. I can remember that everybody's going to holler climate change. Climate, changing into a tropical rainforest. But you have years like that down here. It's nothing unusual. I can remember years like that back on the cotton farm when you're trying to get the cotton out and all it does is rain. Have to mud everything out, and that's so rough on equipment. All that extra weight and that lugging and pulling, you hardly get all the weight of the equipment itself, and it's just wasn't any good. Alright, so Sterling Spice, you can't say enough good things about Sterling. Now I haven't bought any new Sterling soap in quite a while because I got plenty of soap, but I haven't heard about any changes in the formula or anything that would change the great Sterling soaps, so I'm going to assume they ain't. But we're going to get us a nice little paste worked up on our little Nuturna. Now, these things are just a generic wooden handle brush. They're sold all over the place under all kinds of different names. I call it a Nuturna because I have one that's still new in a package, and that's what it's got on it. And this could, it maybe not be identical, but it's pretty close. This one, the knots falling out of it one time. It's just a really small area under here that it's glued to. It's not like it's set down like a lot of other knots that we would be familiar with are. And so anyway, we got a couple of days worth of growth. I cheated, and I really should shave since I'm working basically every night. Well, not basically, I am working every night, and nowadays most days I've got something that I do. I really should shave every day, and I do a lot of times. But, you got to cheat every once in a while and get that little extra to play with. Got my company car I've been waiting on. So that's a good thing, at least until it needs to go to somebody else, I'll have it. Had 136 miles on it when they brought it over to the office the other day. A Buick Encore. Now, you think that and you think, oh, that little bitty Matchbox thing, and it ain't no bigger. Look, it's a Buick, folks. And I've seen Buicks over the years. I've driven and ridden in Buicks over the years. I learned to drive in a Buick. Truth known about the matter. Pop, if you see this or someone says something I'm wrong, let me know. But I believe it was a 1973 Skylark. If you ever watch Kojak drives a Skylark. And that's what I learned to drive in. My dad had one. If I remember correctly, it was like burnt orange with a cream colored interior and everything. Had a 350 in it. Of course, at the time, didn't know about all that kind of stuff too much. But anyway, this one's really nice. It's not as small. Once you get in it and sit down, it's not as small as you would think. Oh yeah, you got to put up with the wild hair because I've been wearing a hat and I ain't got to show you yet. So it's really nice, and I don't think any of the company people watch these videos, but if they do, thank you, folks, taking care of me. But it's a really nice little car, and it's gray, so I call it Mighty Mouse. Am I the only one that names cars? Everything since I was, I don't know how old. I don't know when I actually started it. But I name vehicles. Every vehicle I have has a name. And right now I've got Snowball, white Ram pickup truck. I got the Ghost, which is a white Eddie Bauer 2001 Expedition. And I got the Hoopty, because that's what my mom called it. But anyway, my old Corolla. It's still running. Drove it yesterday, matter of fact. Good sharp blade, good lather. Clean all up around that goatee real good, and we're good to go. So anyway, that's on the upside of things. Bad side of things is, man, it's been a rough weekend. It was actually rougher for I feel so bad for the day shift supervisor, because he's had a rougher weekend than I have. And the way it goes sometimes. But people, when you have multiple people call out on a 6 o'clock start shift, you're not going to get people to go in, especially on the weekend. And that's what we had this morning. Call off started about 3 in the morning, and man, I blew it. A lot of times I'll go out, you know, if it's a 6 o'clock problem, I'll go to that property at 6 and stay until it gets fixed. Well, I came in this morning and I sat down in my chair and I crashed. And no one called me. Text messages don't wake me up. The phone ringing will usually wake me up. Text messages don't wake me up. And of course, they weren't actually texting me to come in. But anyway, when I finally woke up, or got woke up, I was looking at the phone. It's like, man, I should have went to help with that. Of course, the downside of that is that I still got to do stuff tonight, because I've got shifts. I'll be working post tonight. I got call offs to cover. Had one of my people just walked off the other night. Won't go into specifics, but been taking money to do a job now for several months. It may have been a year better. And when it came down to the point that it was time to do the job that we get paid to do for our client, he quit. That make sense to anybody? Hadn't had to do anything the whole time, been there, but drive around 99% of the time in a company vehicle on the site. Paved roads, you're not mud bogging. And one time something went sideways and he was expected to take care of it, and he quit. Yeah, well, that's what you get. Security business is kind of like that. I don't know how many of you have worked in a private security business before, but that's kind of how it goes. Everybody wants to show up and collect the check, but when it comes down to the rubber meets the road and there's a little something to do, and I'm not talking about anything really dangerous. I don't expect people to put themselves in danger, especially, you know, for what this kind of work pays. But when it comes down to just doing what we are paying you to do and doing what we do expect you to do, after you've been taken to pay, I kind of think you should probably do the job. But we could rant all day long on the current work ethics or what. And then, you know, we compare that, us older people compared to what we call our work ethics. And the young people will tell you that's no longer the way it is. They no longer have to work all the time. They no longer prioritize work as an important thing, and everything else has got to kind of work around work. How do you pay your bills? I mean, you got to keep the bills. I realize there's got to be a balance, but you got to pay the bills, right? Well, that is the exact same rant I get every time I get around people, and it's not always people my age. It's really not. It's younger people too that think the same way. They've got a good work ethic. They're doing what they're supposed to do, and they keep looking around, and all these other guys and gals around aren't. And they wonder, well, how are they driving the nice cars, and how are they living in the nice apartments? You know, I don't have an answer. I don't know. But I do have an answer to what is a good shape. Right there. Look at that, boy. That sterling lather's good. It's slick. Man, as far as the artisan soaps go, I would rake sterling right up there at the top with any of them. I don't even know what else is out there right now that's even close. I haven't bought soap in so long that I just don't know. But there we go. All right. Shout out to Miss Susie. How you doing, Miss Susie? I am transitioning slowlier than I thought it was going to be. Slowlier. You can look that word up. And than I thought, but I am transitioning, taking on more responsibilities, moving in. So once I get into the next step up, then I can look around and say, hey, everything's quiet. Schedules are full. I got everybody on. I'm going to go visit somebody. And I'll be able to get out and move around more. Right now, I can't really do that because even when the schedule's good at night, too many things are going wrong these days. I can't be that far away. Just how it is. But there we go. Spicy Sunday with, Sterling Spice. Good stuff. Really good stuff. We're going to finish up with this here was from Fred's Dollar Store. The Dollar General sold it too. Or excuse me, Family Dollar had their name on the brand too. Can't find where they make it anymore. Sorry. But it was actually a really nice, really inexpensive reproduction of Old Spice. The original scent Old Spice. And missed being able to go and get it. Luckily, I got several bottles at the last Fred's I stopped at. Still got my witch hazel in my little light bulb bottle. But that's going to do us for today. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Remember, Toast is still there, toast3.com. It's really quiet. It got shut down for a while, my fault. And there were some people offering the help, but at the time I couldn't take the help. And so a lot of people drifted off, and I understand. A lot of people were mad at me because I wasn't taking care of it, and I understand. I do, but it is still there. And a lot of good information there, and then you can go back to the older sites of Toast, the original Safety 2, and then the original Safety, and there's just tons of information. You'll find the links to those two at Toast 3. But anyway, that's going to do me. I got to start getting ready. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, happy shaves to you.